If you are already on that artistic journey, if a natural and fun experience matters to you in creating digital art, this is a must-have. It's really fun, and I really underestimated it. This video is the deep dive into my genuine experience of the TourBox. The TourBox software connects to Photoshop and a bunch of other programs just immediately. And in fact, it automatically installed its own plugin into Photoshop. Not only was this a really sort of fun activity, frankly, but it was also a really loose and relaxed activity. So it really did help me sort of get into that mode of zoning out and being playful with my art, taking the pressure off of turning this thing into something that's going to really be high performing, and more focusing on the feel of my drawings and allowing the device that I was using to sort of fit into that flow. Difference in the feeling of creating the art that I was most surprised by. Toddling around and having a few bumps and flops, climbing up and realizing, hey, this isn't so bad. In fact, this is starting to feel pretty good. Only a couple of hours into my first session using my TourBox setup, I no longer felt like I was adjusting. I started to feel like I was empowered. The point where I got rid of my reference. All the controls I'd set up felt so familiar and close to what I was used to or what just connected with my brain that there really wasn't any tension or barrier between me using this new device and creating art. So then there are only two questions to answer when it comes to figuring out if this thing is worth getting. First is, does it make me more efficient? The second is it more fun? Now, to the first question, I can't really answer with a huge amount of confidence because I've only been using it for a couple of days. All I can say is that after one full day using it, I don't feel inhibited by any stretch. I don't feel slowed down. Will I continue to get faster over time? Only time will tell. But to the second question, is it fun? The answer is yes. And I can say it is more fun creating art with the TourBox, especially the more I've gotten used to it, than it is with a keyboard on my lap. It's made from premium materials, and it feels like it was made with premium materials. And it's heavy, but in like a good way. Buttons feel like they're meant to take some bashing, but also very subtle and responsive. The surfaces, the finishes, everything just feels good in the hand is what I'm trying to say. I never usually rotate the canvas, and I like flipping the canvas, but I always forget to because it just feels like another set of buttons or steps that I just don't think to do. But when they're in my hand in such a simple way that the buttons themselves beckon to be pressed, I find myself using more tools simply because the TourBox as a tool feels more satisfying. One of the things that's always frustrated me about Procreate is how gesture dependent it is because there are so few input options between the obviously buttonless tablet surface and the one button Apple Pencil stylus thing. So the fact that I was able to map an almost identical button layout was really cool. And the fact that it works immediately out of the box was another huge bonus. One of the things I stumbled into that I was really impressed by is how easy it is to switch between the iPad and the PC. So when I have it on by default, I've Bluetooth connected it to the iPad. When I plug it in with USB-C to my computer, it no longer uses Bluetooth and it immediately connects to my computer. I actually don't care if this makes me more efficient or not. I know it doesn't slow me down for a fact, but the fact that it feels more fun and natural and organic to create art, that's a huge win. And I haven't experienced that before, and I severely underestimated this thing just from looks alone. This is one I actually want to mention to you. It comes with this box, which is so freaking cool. It feels like they're really like swearing by their device because they give you the travel case to go with it. That's how confident they are you're going to want to take this thing with you, which I love and I certainly will be doing.